Okay, Specialist Mathematics Paper 2 from 2023. This is the Tech Active. And we're going to do question 13, which is the stats question. The wait time for customers put on hold when calling the complaint department is assumed to be normally distributed. The company claims that the mean wait time for their customers is 7.6 minutes. The following data represents the wait time in minutes from a random sample of 12 customers who called the complaint department for this company. Determine the mean of this data. So determine mean. Man, you've been doing this since grade 8. Let's just do mean is the total over 12, isn't it? So let's go 8.3 plus 12.7 plus 0.1 plus 7.3 plus 10.3 plus 5.4 plus 8.5 plus 10.7 plus 6.9 plus 12.5 plus 7.2 plus 11.9 gives me 110.8. Divide that by 12, 9.23. I know some of you probably would have used your stats mode and maybe entered it into a list and then just found the mean from that. All good. That's what you're comfortable with your calculator. Go for it. The standard deviation of this data is calculated to be 2.384. Use an approximate 95% confidence interval for the mean to evaluate the reasonableness of the company's claim. Justify your decision using mathematical reasoning. So a 95% confidence interval. So I am going to use stats modes now. Going off to stats mode. And I want an interval Z. Actually, I was practiced beforehand, so I have it entered. We have a confidence interval of 0.95. Our standard deviation is 2.384. Our mean is 9.23. And N is 12. That's the size of our sample. Go for it, and we get 7.88 and 10.58. Okay, so we get our confidence interval. So now we need to justify, we had to evaluate the reasonableness of the company's claim and justify your decision using mathematical reasoning. 3 marks. So we know working out the confidence interval would be 1 mark. But we got to talk about the claim. Is it reasonable? Okay. Now what's the company claim? The company claims that the mean wait time for their customers is 7.6. Well, our 95% confidence interval, it lays outside of that, doesn't it? So we're going to go company's claim is not reasonable. Because if it was reasonable, you'd expect that the mean wait time would be within the 95% confidence interval. Okay, so this decision is justified. I like to use the language going back at them. Justify your decision. Yeah, the decision is justified. I'm being really, really clear. As the claimed population mean wait time, which is the 7.6, essentially what we're talking about. So what they're claiming lies outside the confidence interval. Okay, so we're saying it's not reasonable. Why? Because it's outside the confidence interval. That was a nice little question.